Hi everyone, Jennifer House here with First Step Nutrition. I wanted to jump on live today and talk to you briefly about preventing pregnancy nausea. And I'm hoping for your help. So I'm working on writing an article right now on this for Birthing Magazine, one of my favorite magazines put out by Birth Unlimited here in Calgary. So I've been looking into this and thinking about my own experience, and I know a lot of you probably also experienced nausea in pregnancy, so I'd love if you could share if anything helped, what worked for you. So 50 to 90% of women in their pregnancy do experience some nausea. Usually starts between 4 to 6 weeks. I know with me it was at week 5, often ends around week 13, with peaking around week 7 to 9. So with me, in my pregnancies with my 2 boys, I actually experienced nausea and was on diclexin until about 38 weeks. My daughter only until about 16 weeks. So I can certainly relate to that feeling of just wanting to barf all day and feeling like garbage, pretty much. So there are some things that you can do to help. So I'm not going to talk today much about supplements, but you can look at vitamin B6, ginger, medication if you need that to keep food down. Some women just have, gentle, a little bit of nausea, and there are some tips that can help alleviate that. So food-wise, concentrating on food today, of course you want to avoid your trigger foods. So for me, one of the things that really triggered me was garlic. I remember eating a big plate of really garlicky pasta and it certainly didn't stay down, so I need to avoid that in the future. But often anything that's really spicy, really fatty, really greasy does not sit well if you have nausea. And the scents too. If anything is really smelly, our sense of smell is just so heightened in pregnancy, that can often make you feel nauseous too. So, opening the windows if it's the summer and somebody in the house is cooking, eating cold foods that don't have scent can definitely help. If you experience nausea in the morning, I know it's not always morning sickness. For me, it was all day and worse in the evening. Then you can keep some crackers, just some plain saltines, something like that beside your bed and eat them when you wake up in the morning. Don't rush to get up, lay there for 15 minutes, rest, relax, and then get up and you'll feel a little bit better. And you don't want to get hungry. So when you get those low blood sugars, an empty tummy is far more likely to feel nauseous. I know one of the only times that I felt okay was when I was eating, usually like a bagel with cream cheese. But you want to eat 6 mini meals throughout the day, or at least every 2 hours, have something in your tummy. And if you can include some protein with that, that will help with the nausea and also help keep you feeling full for longer. So things like, Greek yogurt or cheese, nuts, nut butter, of course, meat, eggs, anything with a little bit of protein will help you. As for liquids, I always had trouble getting in liquids. Like I could not drink water when I was pregnant. It just had the worst taste ever. So things like peppermint tea or ginger tea might be easier to drink and help quell some of that nausea. Lemonade, or you can also make popsicles if it's easier for you to eat those to get in some fluid rather than drinking. So you can make popsicles with like coconut water or smoothies to help get some fluid in. And some women find sour food help. So like lemons or even sniffing lemons, so like lemon essential oil or keeping some sliced lemon in a Ziploc baggie and sniffing it through the day can help with the nausea. Or like a Granny Smith apple, something really sour and tart like that. Salty can also help. I know I just craved sushi, so I went for the California rolls, so I wasn't eating any raw fish or the veggie rolls, but they're a little bit salty, so for women who have troubles eating meals, even having like 2 or 3 potato chips before the meal, that salty flavor can help increase appetite and prevent the nausea a bit. So cottage cheese might be a little bit of a healthier snack with some protein in there too that's also salty. So those are a few things food-wise that can help with the pregnancy nausea. I know for some women, you know, it doesn't really help a lot. The only thing that helps is popping the baby out. But for those of you that did find some relief, specifically from some foods or, you know, maybe acupuncture or certain supplements, I would love if you would put that in the comments and share it with me to help other women, and that will help me write my article as well. So thanks for joining me today, and I look forward to reading and responding to your comments.